We've got a reg who is not excessively loose, but is not a huge nit either, who opens in the hijack, and then he's 3-bet pretty quick by a guy, I believe he's a reg, in the cutoff. Perhaps not excessively aggressive, but aggressive enough, I think, for the purposes here. Let's see if I can rewind to the sizing that I made it. Yeah, another reason that I like doing it when we have position over the 3-better is we don't really have to make it very big at all. We can basically click it back and then add a big blind or 2 big blinds or something like that. The fact that we're going to be in position is already deterrent enough from them getting too speculative with us. If I was going to be cold 4-betting from the blinds versus a button 3-bet, I would probably make it more like 22, 23, just because I don't really want him peeling very often. I would much rather just get a fold. And we don't really have to worry about the sizing issue when we're in position. Not nearly as much, at least. So this is an example here of a pretty decent spot to cold 4-bet. X Danimal XX can definitely be 3-betting somewhat wider here, and he might even be 3-bet folding ace queen, ace king, something similar to that in this spot. So we can prey upon that as well. Before I go back to looking for big blind versus small blind versus button 3-bet spots, another place that we can sort of prey upon the nittiness of a lot of floor ring regs, especially at small stakes, is versus under the gun opens and then the 3-bets from anywhere else. So say, I wouldn't do this with this guy half stacked, and actually given the stack sizes and the blinds, I don't really like my cold 4-bet here, but assuming everybody is 100 big blinds deep, I think this is fine. Now, assuming we have everybody 100 deep, early position opens and say a middle position or a late position 3-bet, and we're on the button with something we can't call with. Like I wouldn't do this with, say, queens, for example. Like that's something that we are going to be like crushed by every time we get any action. But say ace 10 off, something we can't flat with. But like we have a couple blockers versus some hands that he's going to be opening with. The early position guy may fold ace king even, because we are representing a lot of strengths when we 4-bet 2 razors when one of them is in early position. So that's something that we can consider from time to time.